Okay, pushing in doors and window openings. This can be a little frustrating, but if you take your time, it can go pretty straightforward as well. So hopefully you've made all parallel walls. That's going to make a huge difference. If not, you may just have certain doors that you just can't push through. But let's look real quick at our house plan. This is my house plan. Yours is going to look different. You'll notice over here it has different views of the house. Now, depending on what you chose, you may not have very many. Okay. But if you have some, it may help you look at it from different viewpoints. In this case, I have actually 3 elevations I can look at. Actually, 4 if I think about it. I've got my front one. I've got my rear elevation that shows the doors and windows in the back. I've got my left side elevation. That's the side with the chimney that we're ignoring. Notice the smaller window here. And then I've got my right side elevation, which would be over on the garage side. And notice 2 kind of normal sized windows there. Okay. So a lot of information in these, but really the only one I need to remember is this one. And that's because it has a small window. Honestly, if you made all your windows 4 feet tall, that would be fine. It just doesn't make sense in certain rooms. So back to my floor plan. You'll notice my image is not here. A reminder on how to get that back, go to tags. This is assuming that you've made an image tag and reopen your windows. Now, if I look at it, let me close this. You can see that smaller window is right here. That makes sense that it's smaller because it has to be above this sink. If it were full length, it would be sitting below the countertop, and that wouldn't work. So that's why that one is full length, or I'm sorry, not full length. All right, so let's make a couple of these. I'm just going to go over a few of them, and then you can skip ahead in the video. All right, so I find one of the easiest things to do is start with a snap line or a guideline. So if you go to your tape measure tool and start with pretty much anywhere on, for me, I'm starting on the front, but any wall you want, make sure you're not going green. See how that's going green? That's actually pulling a snap line out away from my building, and that is not what I want. I just want it to go down. So make sure you find blue, okay, right there, and type in 1 foot, enter. And then I'm going to simply use that guideline because it's 1 foot down. All my headers above my doors and windows are going to be 1 foot, and that makes it a lot easier. Obviously, this snap line is only going to work for this wall, so I'll have to pull a bunch more of them, but it does make your work more accurate. So go ahead and pull your windows. In this case, I want this one to be 4 feet, so 4 feet, enter. If you really wanted to be more precise, you could even pull a snap line down from your original one on blue and create the size you want, but I don't really have to do that, so I'm not going to. So let me get out of that tool and go back to my line tool, and I'm going to pull my door down. Oop, not line tool, I want my rectangle tool, my bad. All right, and then I'm going to go down to the bottom, corner to corner, and I'm good to start pushing and pulling these through. So push, pull, and you go to on face. Okay, I can either drag it and click it and hold it, or I can click it once, push in until it says on face. You may have to move around a little, click again. Again, with the windows, more than likely you're going to have to go to your select tool, click on it, and hit delete. Okay, again, if you hit delete and it doesn't work, it doesn't disappear, almost certainly your wall parallels are not accurate. Even if they're off by a 1/16 of an inch, that's all it takes. Okay. While I'm in this view, I'm going to go ahead and take a tape measure tool down from here, keeping it blue, 1 foot. And let's draw a door there. The nice thing about making those openings, the lines for the openings ahead of time, is you don't have to worry about where to push pull because you have your guidelines already set and they're traced from the door openings themselves. It's a really good way of doing this. Okay. Push until it's on face, and there you've got it. Now, while I'm already in this view, I'm going to clean this up right now. So let's take our erase tool. I'm going to erase my 2 guidelines because I'm done with them. I'm going to erase these. I'm going to erase these. Okay, and these, now do I have to erase them? No, they don't have any effect on my design, but I'm already done with them. I've already pulled my openings, pushed my openings through. I don't need them as guidelines anymore. This is really picky if you turn around and get the backs of them, because when you submit this assignment, I'm not going to see the backs of your walls. But it's good practice. I'd like to think that engineers are really organized and really detail focused. So I don't mind doing it now. So let's do the garage door real quick. And I'm going to pull that down, make sure I'm on blue, 1 foot, enter. And then I'm going to push that through. In reality, this garage door, I'm going to go to the rectangle tool. In reality, this garage door would actually be taller than this to get larger cars through. But for the purpose of this video, we're just going to keep it at this height. So move it to on face, okay? Do some cleaning up. And then I'm simply going to go around my whole house, inside and outsides. And I'm going to go do all my windows, all my doors. It's going to take some time. There's no point in me going through this the whole video. But what I will do is start on this wall and show you that I can make this window here a little bit smaller. So I'm going to go to my tape measure tool. And I'm going to pull a tape measure down. Now notice how that was red. It looks right, but it's not. You need to make sure it's blue, like that. And then 1 foot, enter. And this one, I'm actually going to pull a line from that last one. I'm going to pull down, again, keep it blue, and I'm going to type in 2 feet, enter. Okay, that way I know that window here in the kitchen will be smaller. And then I can make that one, and then redo the tool, and I'm going to make this one 4 feet. Now that snap line will not interfere. That's the nice thing about it. So once you have them, you actually could delete your snap lines because you're done with them. We can even pull these after we clean up the windows. I just like when I'm in a view, I like to clean everything up while I'm in that view. That way I'm minimizing how much orbiting and panning that I'm doing. All right, so let's push those through. On face, and because they're windows, I'm going to have to click on them and delete. Okay, and you can see they did go through. And finally go around and erase. So that should get you started. You're going to have to spend some time going around getting everything. It's going to take some time, but before you know it, you'll be done. Save along the way as you make good accomplishments. And believe me, you'll be thankful. Don't wait till the very end. You want to save your work as you go. Notice that I have not grouped this floor plan yet. Right now, I don't need to. I only have 2 things. I've got the floor plan and I've got the image. So I'm going to leave it ungrouped for now. Maybe later we'll put a tag on it, but for now we're going to leave it. So at the end of this video, you'll see all my windows pushed through. And at this point, you should go off and do your thing, pause the video, and we'll come back together. All right, well, I'm still working here. I'm almost done. Got one more door to push through. Okay, and that will do it. Okay, so let me clean this up. Just need to get these erased. It's not actually going to affect anything, but I like to have it finished. All right, I'm done. So let's say, and I left something here on purpose. I left my snap grids in there in case you are looking to figure out how to get rid of them. You can go and erase them this way, but remember, you can always go to display over here, display options. It looks like a pair of glasses, and click delete all guides, and it's going to delete those, and you can do it all with one click. All right, so now that I've got all my doors and windows done, this is basically ready to turn in. There's not much else we need other than our name and text, and we can do that quite easily. Let me move this guy here, and I'm going to choose the text tool. Okay, and I'm going to type in Mr. Black. you'll type your name and simply place it about here. Just find a good place that is kind of open. Hit the select key and click anywhere outside your design, and you're ready to turn this in. So when you do that, make sure you orient and orbit in a good way so that you can get a good view of the floor plan itself and then also the image below it, especially since it shows which ways the doors swing and that kind of thing. Um, don't have it like this or something like that. I want it kind of tipped so we can see what we're doing. Make sure your name is in there as well. Let's go with about here. And then we can simply download our PNG file. So download PNG and export as a PNG. If this window pops up saying it's going to take a while, don't worry about it. Click export anyway. And it should download, and you saw it just download over there. Okay, now I can go submit that in Canvas. You're going to have to submit it from this computer that you're working on now, and then you're going to be ready to do the cardboard design. Now, if you want to add more to this, of course you can. You can go, add materials to the outside. Maybe I'll do a refresher on that. But for now, as far as the assignment's concerned, you are done. So good job.